Hey guys, what's going on? Murder of Birds here. And yes, I know it's crazy, I know it's insane, but I'm doing it anyways. This is just crazy for the fall season. I'm bringing you guys an anime review slash impressions video for one of the fall 2013 anime, and that is with Kyoukai no Katana, also known as Beyond the Boundary Episode 1. Now, this anime is being worked on by Kyoto Animation and is also scheduled for 13 episodes. Now, my initial impression for this episode, for this anime in general, was really, really good. In terms of substance for what we got from the episode, it wasn't anything too complex or serious, just enough to give us tidbits here and there of things to come in the future, and that initially is what has grabbed me into watching this anime. Very intriguing, I'm really interested to find out what happens next. I want to know more about, situations and things that are turning out from what we got for this first episode. And this episode, it really gives me the sense that there is some promise for this anime. So I'm really, really enjoying this anime, and I'm really hoping that, it comes to fruition, that it's a really great one. So anyways, this first episode starts off with it's very interesting. It starts off with a boy, seemingly normal high school boy named Akihito, and he starts off by, he's walking through, the school grounds, and he sees this girl on the roof who looks like she's going to kill herself. So, doing the logical thing, he goes after her and tells her, hey, tries to prevent that from happening, and something really strange happens. She refrains from, jumping off the building, and instead turns to him and stabs him through the heart, through the chest with a sword. Now, first thing that I thought was, what the hell just happened? And this is, the crucial part that compelled me, because it's like, something just happened like that. I want to know where this is going. I was very interested. I was like, okay, what's going to happen next? How the heck is this happening? And more importantly, why is he talking to a girl that just stabbed him through the chest with a sword? So, the episode, unfolds. We learn a few things from the events since then. One thing we find out is Akihito is actually a member of the literary club, which means, he has a thing for writing and, things of that nature. And more importantly, we find out that he is a half-breed in some sense. He's half human and half demon, which is called a yomu, which is one of the reasons why he actually survived that attack to the heart. He's actually immortal, from what we understand, which is why he was able to survive that sword attack. Later down the line, we found out that the girl who stabbed him, her name is actually Mirai, and she comes out very clumsy, and, she's always falling and tripping and knocking things over, and she's really funny to me. I really enjoy her as a character from the vibes that I got off of her. She seems pretty quirky and very, uncoordinated, but still serious at the same time for what we got. It was pretty funny. I actually laughed at a few things about her. And we find out that she is a spirit warrior. And her objective or task as a spirit warrior is to hunt down Yomu. And because of the fact that Akihito is half Yomu, half human, that gives her, an incentive to pursue him, even though she knows that he is immortal. Some things that, some characteristics of her being a spirit reaper is the fact that she's able to use her blood and shift it into a sword, which is the sword that she used to stab him initially. And the first thing I thought about that, which was so freaking badass to see that, was the fact that the second I saw her shift her blood, I instantly thought Dead Man Wonderland. If any of you guys are watching this, you don't know what Dead Man Wonderland is, you guys are wondering, go watch it. It's such an amazing anime. They actually use their blood and shift it into different, types of weapons to fight with, and that's the reference that I pretty much got off of this. But yeah, so she uses her blood as a form of a weapon, and so initially, she's fighting him, and we don't really know why. They end up developing a relationship throughout the episode into, somewhat of a friendship type thing. At least that's the vibe that I got off of it. And her coming from the spirit world, we find also that her clan, she's part of a clan who uses the blood to to fight off. We find out that the spirit world really discriminated and hated that clan specifically because of that ability to use blood. And we find out that Mirai is actually the last survivor of the clan. Her clan ended up dying off, which is pretty unfortunate. I'm pretty sure there was some badasses within that clan. And because of the fact that her ability is discriminated, she rarely uses it. and she's a very inexperienced Spirit Reaper because of that, because of the fact that she's concealing her abilities and she's not getting, the proper training and etiquette that she needs. So she feels that because Akihito is immortal, that she can actually, stab him and, fight him and pretty much use him as a punching bag, as a training asset to, better herself as a spirit warrior. Now, very good episode, nonetheless, with that substance that we get, and getting more into it, they form like some type of bond, not necessarily a bond, but they warm up to each other, they talk to each other, they have similar, they have regular conversations throughout the day, and she has her own trials and tribulations, as we find out. She is very scared of these Yomu, being inexperienced in the realm of, a spirit warrior. She doesn't want to be a spirit warrior. She just wants to live a normal life. And, Akihito is willing to help her overcome her fears and, confront them head on. So, again, like I said, this episode, this anime is so far, it left me intrigued. I want to know a lot more things. I have very high hopes for this anime. Some of the questions and things that I do, want to know about, and some things that intrigue me with the fact, I want to learn more about the spirit world, more so about Mirai's clan, the Blood Clan. How did they die off? What were some of them like? The fact that Akihito is immortal, he's half human, half immortal. I'm sorry, half human, half Yomu. So I'm wondering on the aspects of how is he immortal? Was his dad a human and his mom was a Yomu, vice versa? And overall, character development. I want to see the relationship between Akihito and Mirai, how that, evolves over the course of this 13-episode anime, and future events, seeing how, Yomu are the initial adversary to, in the anime. And hopefully, we get some good action, because from this episode we did get some light glimpses of action, but I feel like it could evolve and be something so much better. And lastly, I just want to say the opening and ending were great to me. I enjoyed the music, and the animation was insane. The animation is actually gorgeous and beautiful, especially the opening scene when she just jumps over the guard fence from on top of the roof. That was insane. But anyways, guys, that's just my little video, my impressions of what this episode, held for me and how I hold it to a standard. It's one of the great anime and one of the ones that I'm definitely going to be looking forward to week after week. But let me know how you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. Are you guys interested in this anime as much as I am? How did you guys feel about it? Are you guys going to be watching it? Let me know. And if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel for future reviews. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.